Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn because this is about to get messier than a rap beef in a hurricane. Imagine the scene. Claressa Shields, yes, the undefeated boxing queen, is now publicly begging 50 Cent to hit pause on what could be the most explosive, reputation-shattering documentary of the decade, a deep dive into the Papoose and Remy Ma saga that nobody asked for. But apparently everyone needs to see. We're talking alleged secrets, past snitch accusations, late-night social media smoke bombs, and the kind of drama that could make the Kardashians' family dinners look like a comedy party. Could this documentary destroy careers, friendships, and possibly your trust in hip-hop forever? That's exactly what Claressa is trying to prevent. And the question everyone is asking is, will 50 Cent even listen? Or is he already plotting the cinematic nuclear bomb that will obliterate Papoose's carefully curated legacy? So buckle up, because in the next few minutes, we're diving headfirst into a scandal so layered, so messy, and so absurdly juicy, you'll wonder if Hollywood secretly scripted this. And trust me, the gloves are off, the receipts are stacked, and no one is safe. Are you ready to see what happens when boxing royalty, rap royalty, and social media chaos collide? Let's go! Papoose, Remy Ma, Claressa Shields. And yes, 50 Cent, if you thought you had seen the most dramatic crossovers in entertainment, think again. This isn't just a story about hip-hop bragging rights or boxing glory. This is a war zone of egos, secrets, and allegations so spicy they could set your phone on fire just by being mentioned. Here's the scoop for years. Papoose has been publicly calling out 50 Cent for a versus battle, claiming that the rapper mogul is too scared to step into the arena. At first, the internet laughed it off, memes were made, and fans assumed it was just another round of trolling. But somewhere between the viral tweets and Instagram jabs, the tension escalated into a full-blown cultural spectacle, a feud that no one could predict would end up dragging one of the world's most dominant female athletes, Claressa Shields, into the chaos. The origins are almost cartoonishly perfect. Papoose, known for his lyrical prowess, but also his knack for staying quietly intense in the background of hip-hop, kept throwing verbal grenades at 50 Cent, daring him, mocking him, challenging him. 50 Cent, on the other hand, seemed unimpressed at first. He didn't respond with a rap battle or a public statement. Instead, he unleashed subtle social media trolling, including old clips hinting at Papoose's alleged past snitching controversies. That move alone turned a friendly challenge into a public witch hunt, with fans picking sides and the rumor mill grinding at full speed. And, as if the feud wasn't already complicated enough, Remy Ma got pulled into the mix. Social media posts and images were shared, suggesting that 50 Cent was now personally targeting Papoose's inner circle. This isn't just online trash talk. These are carefully curated, attention-grabbing moves designed to get every hip-hop fan talking. And talk they did! Twitter threads exploded, YouTube reaction videos skyrocketed, and the general public suddenly found themselves wondering if this wasn't just a feud between two rappers, but a full-scale cultural event that could affect reputations, careers, and legacy. Then came Claressa Shields, seemingly out of left field, who stepped in publicly to defend Papoose and Remy Ma. Known for her fierce boxing skills and media presence, Claressa did not hold back. She attacked 50 Cent on social media, countering his jabs with fire and threatening legal action over alleged defamatory posts. Her involvement added a new layer of intensity, because now the feud wasn't just between two rappers, it involved a world-renowned athlete, legal threats, and the looming specter of a documentary that 50 Cent hinted could expose details nobody was ready to hear. People online began to speculate wildly. What could 50 Cent possibly have on Papoose and Remy Ma? How far is Claressa willing to go to protect them? The questions were endless, and the speculation was only intensifying. The public reaction was immediate and dramatic. Fans of Papoose praised his commitment to the battle and his loyalty to his circle, while others criticized Claressa Shields for stepping into a rap feud that, on the surface, had nothing to do with her. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's fanbase defended him, claiming that trolling is his art form and social media chaos is his weapon of choice. Anonymous sources allegedly close to the situation, and by allegedly, we mean insiders who have been quoted in rumors and blogs, suggested that 50 Cent is meticulously planning every post, every meme, every implication to maximize attention while minimizing actual engagement in music. In other words, he is treating this like a chess match, while everyone else is playing checkers. If you look at Papoose's side, the story is about honor, legacy, and timing. He has made it clear that he is ready to battle in any format, music, media, or public debate. He has even released diss tracks directly targeting 50 Cent, which are being dissected line by line on social media. Every lyric is a weapon, and every reference is a calculated strike. But while Papoose has focused on the musical angle, 50 Cent's approach is more cinematic. Hints of a documentary, strategic leaks, and public trolling are all designed to create a narrative in which he controls the story. And if there's one thing 50 Cent knows, it's that controlling the narrative can often be more powerful than writing the best verse. Now, let's not forget the element that makes this feud truly combustible: Claressa Shields. She is not just a celebrity by association. She is a force of nature. By publicly stepping in, she introduced legal threats and a moral dimension to a feud that was already simmering. Her statements suggest that there are lines that shouldn't be crossed: private lives, reputations, and personal safety. But the internet is relentless, and in a world where social media posts can go viral in seconds, the narrative is already spiraling. Memes, reaction videos, and commentary from every corner of pop culture have transformed this feud into a spectacle where almost anything goes. And anyone can become collateral damage. At this point, the situation is more than just a hip-hop battle. It's a collision of music, media, celebrity, and personal life, a multi-layered drama where the stakes are reputation, legacy, and perhaps even legal consequences. Public reaction has been a mix of fascination and horror. Fans post their theories, media outlets scramble to verify sources, and social media algorithms reward the most outrageous takes with viral engagement. Every tweet, every Instagram post, every TikTok reaction is feeding the fire. And with each passing day, the potential for real-world fallout grows, especially if the rumored documentary actually goes into production. Inside the industry, people are watching closely. Music executives, PR strategists, and other celebrities have been quoted anonymously saying things like, "If this documentary drops, it will change how people see hip-hop forever," or "Claressa stepping in is unprecedented." Nobody expected the boxing world to intervene in a rap feud. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's approach seems methodical. He drops cryptic social media content, watches it trend, and adjusts accordingly. Papoose responds with music, Claressa responds with statements, and the public watches this three-way chess match unfold in real time. It's chaotic, it's dramatic, and it's exactly the kind of content that keeps headlines ticking and notifications buzzing. But let's not overlook the most important question. What's really at stake here? Is it about settling a Versus challenge? Is it about defending one's family? Or is it about the power of narrative? Who controls the story? Who gets remembered? And who ends up being the villain? The truth, of course, is probably a mix of all three. What makes it so fascinating is how each player leverages their platform. Papoose uses music and lyrical mastery, 50 Cent uses social media and potential documentary production, and Claressa Shields uses public statements and implied legal power. It's a high-stakes, multi-dimensional feud, unlike anything the internet has seen in recent memory. And yet, this is only the beginning. Because as much as we think we understand the players, the history, and the potential outcomes, there's always the next social media post, the next diss track, the next hint at explosive content that can blow everything wide open. In other words, the story isn't static. It's evolving in real time, like watching a slow-motion collision between music, celebrity, and social media chaos. And if you're paying attention, you can almost predict the next move, a subtle jab, a viral post, a cryptic hint at an explosive reveal. Every stakeholder knows that in this game, perception is power and attention is currency. By the end of this phase of the feud, the lines have already been drawn. Papoose and Remy Ma are a united front. Claressa Shields has entered as protector and moral voice. And 50 Cent is the unpredictable disruptor, capable of reshaping the narrative with one post or one documentary tease. Fans are polarized, industry insiders are whispering, and media outlets are struggling to keep up. The stage is set, the pieces are in motion, and the question on everyone's mind is simple: who will control the story when the dust settles? And more importantly, will anyone be able to stop it before reputations are permanently altered? The tension is palpable. You can almost feel the social media algorithms working overtime, amplifying every move, every reaction, every subtle jab. What started as a simple challenge has evolved into a complex web of music, celebrity, and personal stakes, one where the consequences could be massive, and the fallout could ripple across hip-hop, boxing, and pop culture as a whole. And with 50 Cent hinting at a documentary that could reveal secrets nobody saw coming, Claressa Shields publicly pleading for restraint, and Papoose readying his next musical salvo. One thing is clear, the drama is just getting started, and just when you thought this saga couldn't get any messier, it does. Because this video isn't just about setting the stage anymore. Now we're peeling back the layers of chaos, leaks, and social media skullduggery that make this feud feel like a full-blown conspiracy thriller. Insider sources, who may or may not exist, have been whispering to our team about alleged late-night meetings, shadowy social media strategists, and digital smoke signals that are apparently part of 50 Cent's grand master plan. According to these sources, 50 Cent isn't just trolling for laughs, he's meticulously curating a digital dossier, a collection of content that could, if released, destroy Papoose's credibility forever, or at least make it trending news for a month straight. Now, let's break down the scandal in juicy detail. First, Papoose. We know him as a lyrical genius, a dedicated husband, and a veteran of the New York rap scene. But according to our anonymous insiders, there's more under the surface. Allegedly, he's been stockpiling unreleased tracks, diss verses, and pointed references aimed specifically at 50 Cent, and not just any verses. We're talking lines so cutting that they could make social media explode, leaving listeners reeling and 50 Cent scrambling for a response. Our sources claim that these tracks are being strategically timed to drop around social media milestones, anniversaries of past 50 Cent controversies, and even key boxing events involving Claressa Shields. It's like watching a chess master set up his pieces, except the chessboard is Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And the pawns are millions of fans ready to engage at a moment's notice. Then we have 50 Cent, whose reputation as a master manipulator of public narrative precedes him. Allegedly, he's been consulting with social media experts, PR specialists, and even unnamed documentary insiders to plan what could be the most devastating expose in recent hip-hop history. The documentary, which insiders say might be titled something along the lines of Surviving Papoose and Remy Ma, is rumored to explore every past allegation, every social media slip, and even revisit snitching rumors in painstaking detail. Imagine a cinematic retelling of a feud that's already been raging for years, one where every frame is engineered to maximize drama, suspense, and virality. And if the rumors are true, 50 Cent isn't stopping at just Papoose. Remy Ma, Claressa Shields, and even peripheral figures could be pulled into this media maelstrom, all while keeping his audience hooked and the story trending. Public reactions to these developments have been predictably explosive. Fans have flooded forums, creating elaborate theories about what the documentary might reveal. One anonymous poster on a popular hip-hop forum wrote, "If 50 Cent drops this, it's like the Game of Thrones finale, but with more diss tracks and less dragons." Another Twitter user mused, Claressa Shields is the unexpected hero here. She's boxing in the court of public opinion while 50 Cent's spinning chaos like a DJ. Even casual observers are weighing in. Memes have gone viral, reaction videos have been uploaded every hour, and comment sections are overflowing with predictions, insults, and cryptic warnings that sound suspiciously like leaks. Speaking of leaks, let's not forget the alleged FBI documents that Claressa Shields and Papoose have referenced. According to sources who may or may not have seen them, these documents suggest that 50 Cent cooperated in an investigation years ago, feeding the so-called snitch narrative that has haunted Papoose for years. Of course, nothing has been officially verified, but the rumors themselves have ignited social media into a frenzy. Every fan now has an opinion. Every influencer is theorizing. And the internet, as always, is loving every second of it. Could this be 50 Cent's plan all along? Plant the rumors, watch the chaos unfold, and let the story take on a life of its own. If so, it's working perfectly. Then there's Claressa Shields, who has arguably become the most fascinating wildcard in this saga. Sources claim that she has been in constant communication with Papoose, advising him on which social media battles to engage in, which comments to ignore, and which posts could escalate the feud dangerously. She's reportedly coordinating with lawyers and PR teams to ensure that any alleged defamatory content from 50 Cent doesn't cross legal lines, a rare example of a public figure actively managing a celebrity feud like it's a high-stakes corporate scandal. Some insiders even suggest that Claressa's involvement has elevated the feud to unprecedented levels, turning what was once a musical rivalry into a full-on cultural phenomenon that spans sports, hip-hop, and social media ecosystems. As if that weren't enough, the lavish spending and public displays of influence have started to enter the mix. Anonymous sources claim that 50 Cent has allegedly been funneling significant resources into the documentary's production. High-end cameras, private editors, and consultants who specialize in extracting the juiciest narrative from social media chaos. Meanwhile, Papoose has been quietly funding his music releases, carefully crafting tracks that could be dropped at any time to counteract 50 Cent's narrative. The financial stakes are enormous, but the tension is even bigger. Imagine millions of dollars and years of reputation hanging in the balance, all while the public watches like spectators in a gladiatorial arena. Of course, the media is having a field day. Every outlet, from tabloids to hip-hop blogs, is running clickbait headlines, each one more sensational than the last. Claressa Shields draws the line in hip-hop drama. 50 Cent's documentary could destroy Papoose's legacy. Remy Ma's silence speaks volumes, and the public eats it up. You can almost hear the collective gasp as people scroll past, double tap, and share their outrage with friends. The memes alone have created an entirely new subculture online, with influencers reimagining the feud as everything from courtroom drama to WWE-style wrestling storylines. Meanwhile, anonymous sources continue to leak increasingly dramatic details. One insider told our investigative team that 50 Cent has a private server where he's allegedly compiling screenshots, past interviews, and social media posts that could form the backbone of his documentary. Another source claimed that Claressa Shields is drafting legal strategies in real time, ready to intervene if 50 Cent crosses lines that could trigger defamation claims. Whether these reports are fully accurate is anyone's guess, but the beauty of this feud is that perception is reality. The rumors themselves are shaping public opinion, and that's exactly what makes the story so explosive. Social media reactions reflect this chaos perfectly. Fans have started creating polls to predict the winner of this feud. Some believe that Papoose's lyrical strategy will dominate. Others are betting on 50 Cent's documentary tease. And a vocal minority thinks Claressa Shields could emerge as the ultimate power broker, controlling the narrative and keeping everyone else in check. YouTube reaction videos, Instagram lives, TikTok rants, and Twitter threads all amplify every minor development, making the feud feel omnipresent. Every single post is a potential spark for the next viral moment, which means that the story never really sleeps. But the most fascinating aspect, the psychological warfare. 50 Cent isn't just posting memes. He's crafting an ecosystem of tension. Papoose is responding musically, carefully timing releases to maintain leverage. Claressa Shields is calculating legal and moral boundaries, ensuring that the conflict doesn't spiral out of control, at least not legally. And the public? They are the audience, the jury, and in some ways, the unwitting participants in this grand, unfolding drama. It's reality TV meets hip-hop culture meets sports spectacle, all rolled into one chaotic, thrilling narrative, and just when you think it couldn't get any more intense. The speculation about 50 Cent's documentary takes a darker turn. Some anonymous reports suggest that if the project moves forward, it could involve interviews with unnamed sources willing to speak on previously undisclosed events, potentially reigniting old controversies and unearthing skeletons that have been buried for years. The mere hint of this documentary has fans theorizing about every possible twist, from unseen diss tracks to hidden social media posts, from unreported past disputes to private conversations being brought into the light. In short, the drama machine is running at full speed, and the world is strapped in for the ride. By the end of this phase, the feud is no longer just about bragging rights, music, or even boxing alliances. It's about power, narrative, and cultural dominance. Papoose is positioned as the steadfast musical warrior, Claressa Shields as the moral and strategic force, and 50 Cent as the unpredictable disruptor capable of reshaping perception with a single post, a single leak, or a single documentary frame. And with each day, the stakes climb higher, the tension builds, the leaks get more elaborate, and the public is left wondering, will this end in a lyrical showdown, a courtroom drama, or a media spectacle that nobody can forget? The rumor mill suggests that 50 Cent might be preparing a content drop that could rewrite the entire narrative, and Claressa Shields is reportedly preparing her own public and legal countermeasures. The chessboard is set, the players are in position, and the next move could change everything. And with millions of eyes watching, one thing is certain, this story isn't over. It's just entering its most dangerous, unpredictable, and sensational phase. And now, we arrive at the climax of this chaotic saga, the fallout. Because when social media wars collide with celebrity egos, boxing royalty, and rumors of a full-blown documentary, you can bet the consequences aren't going to be subtle. Picture it, millions of fans, countless influencers, and a global audience holding their breath as every post, every track, and every cryptic tweet is dissected for hidden meanings. This isn't just entertainment. It's a masterclass in public spectacle, where every move could trigger financial consequences, legal headaches, or, heaven forbid, a permanent stain on reputations carefully cultivated over decades. Let's start with the legal landscape. Claressa Shields, who has gone from observer to active participant, is reportedly coordinating with attorneys to prepare for any potential defamation or privacy violations that could emerge from 50 Cent's alleged documentary. Sources claim she's drawing up contingency plans that could involve cease and desist letters, injunctions to prevent distribution of sensitive material, and, if necessary, lawsuits aimed at protecting her own reputation and the reputations of those closest to her. If these claims are true, we might be looking at one of the rare instances where a boxing champion, hip-hop legends, and media moguls collide in a legal battlefield. And while no lawsuits have officially been filed, the very suggestion has already sent shockwaves through fan communities and gossip forums alike. Meanwhile, Papoose and Remy Ma are navigating their own fallout. Fans speculate that the couple is bracing for long-term public scrutiny, with insiders claiming that every track, every public statement, and even every Instagram post is now being meticulously calculated to counteract potential damage. Papoose's diss tracks aren't just music anymore. Their defense mechanisms, PR tools, and symbolic declarations that he will not be silenced or diminished. The couple's circle, according to anonymous reports, has also been mobilized to maintain a united front, a strategic alliance designed to weather the storm of social media attacks, viral memes, and possible documentary revelations. And then there's 50 Cent, the provocateur extraordinaire. His alleged documentary, which remains unconfirmed but heavily speculated upon, could have catastrophic consequences for the other parties involved. Imagine unseen footage, behind-the-scenes commentary, and interviews with unnamed sources all stitched together in a narrative engineered to dominate headlines. Our insiders suggest that 50 Cent might use the project not only to assert his own dominance, but also to manipulate public perception, turning what began as a verbal feud into a cultural event that could be dissected for years. The mere threat of this content has already created tension, speculation, and fear, effectively giving him a psychological advantage in this three-way drama. Social media has reacted in ways that are, frankly, unprecedented. Fans have formed factions, Team Papoose, Team 50 Cent, and a growing Claressa Shields intervention squad. Memes are rampant. Reaction videos flood YouTube daily, and discussion threads dominate forums from Reddit to Twitter. Some of the most extreme fans have even started speculating about hypothetical financial ruin, album delays, or even boxing match interruptions, creating a surreal mixture of fantasy and reality. Every post is analyzed for hidden clues, every Instagram story is dissected for intention, and every response is weighed as if it could change the course of hip-hop history. The potential financial consequences are staggering. If 50 Cent's documentary comes to fruition, insiders claim it could become a massive revenue generator, streaming deals, YouTube monetization, sponsorships, and merchandise could all be leveraged to maximize profit. Meanwhile, Papoose's musical releases could see a surge in streams, both from curiosity and from fans eager to support him against perceived attacks. On the flip side, negative publicity could temporarily depress sales, impact brand partnerships, or create complications for live events. In short, the stakes aren't just personal. They're monetary, career-defining, and global in scope. Public backlash is another looming threat. In the court of public opinion, perception is reality. If 50 Cent's documentary is released without careful consideration, it could trigger a cascade of criticism, not only from fans, but from celebrities, influencers, and media outlets. Imagine viral condemnations, think pieces analyzing every frame, and social media campaigns calling for accountability. At the same time, if Claressa Shields or Papoose misstep in their public statements or musical responses, they could face criticism, ridicule, or even cancel culture repercussions. The digital audience is unforgiving, hyper-connected, and eager to weigh in at every turn. Beyond finances and social media, there's the cultural fallout. This feud has already blurred the lines between music, sports, and media. It's a hybrid narrative where diss tracks, boxing accolades, and social media posts are interwoven into a single storyline that spans multiple entertainment sectors. Insiders suggest that the outcome of this feud could set precedents for how celebrity conflicts are handled in the digital age. Future rappers, athletes, and influencers may look to this drama as a case study in leverage, narrative control, and cross-platform engagement. And then there's the human element, the toll on relationships, trust, and mental health. Reports from anonymous friends of the parties claim that tensions behind the scenes have been intense, with heated exchanges, private threats, and stress levels reaching what insiders describe as off-the-charts. Claressa Shields, for instance, is said to be juggling media attention, legal concerns, and her professional boxing career simultaneously, an almost impossible balancing act. Papoose reportedly feels pressure not only as a musician, but as a husband trying to protect his family while navigating public scrutiny. And 50 Cent? He thrives on chaos, but even the master strategist must weigh the risk of pushing the feud too far, potentially alienating fans or partners. So what could happen next? Experts, or at least the anonymous insiders we've been citing, speculate about several scenarios. 1. The documentary drops, and the public gets a full, unfiltered look at the alleged controversies, prompting worldwide debate. 2. Legal intervention stops parts of the content from being released, creating months of court drama and media speculation. 3. The feud continues on social media, escalating further with diss tracks, viral posts, and celebrity interventions. Each scenario carries high stakes, unpredictable consequences, and the potential to redefine celebrity feuds in the digital age. And let's not forget the ultimate question: will anyone emerge victorious? Papoose could cement his legacy as the lyrical titan who stood his ground. Claressa Shields could redefine her public image, showing that she's more than just a boxing champion, she's a strategic force in culture and media. 50 Cent could consolidate his reputation as the king of narrative manipulation, proving once again that influence isn't just about music, but about controlling perception. Or perhaps no one truly wins, and the feud becomes a cautionary tale of ego, media frenzy, and public obsession. As we reach the end of this saga, for now, one thing is clear: the drama isn't over. The social media storm, the potential documentary, and the carefully orchestrated moves from all parties mean that the story continues to evolve in real time. Fans, media outlets, and casual observers will continue to dissect every word, every post, and every track, keeping this feud alive in the public imagination. The stakes are enormous, the potential fallout unprecedented, and the cultural impact undeniable. So what do you think? Will 50 Cent release the documentary, throwing the entire narrative into chaos? Will Claressa Shields' legal maneuvers succeed in protecting her and Papoose? Or will Papoose's lyrical retaliation turn the tide, asserting dominance in the court of public opinion? The answers aren't clear, and that's exactly why this story has captured the world's attention. Now, if you're still with me, it's time to ask yourself, which side would you bet on? Who has the upper hand in this multi-layered, cross-industry feud? And what would you do if you were caught in the middle of a celebrity triangle this explosive? This is the kind of story that doesn't just make headlines. It defines cultural moments, shapes social media narratives, and keeps fans coming back for every twist, turn, and shocking revelation. So here's my challenge to you: don't just watch from the sidelines. Comment below with your predictions, your hot takes, or your conspiracy theories. Hit that like button if you're as shocked, entertained, and slightly horrified as I am. And subscribe for more deep dives into the kind of celebrity drama that the tabloids won't touch and the mainstream media can't keep up with. Because trust me, in the world of hip-hop, boxing, and viral internet chaos, the story is never really over. It just evolves. And we'll be here to document every insane, scandalous, and utterly unforgettable moment. So here we are, staring down the barrel of what might be the most chaotic, outrageous, and jaw-dropping celebrity feud of the decade. Claressa Shields is stepping into the ring in ways nobody expected. Papoose is sharpening his lyrical arsenal like a seasoned general. And 50 Cent? Well, he's sitting back, plotting, and probably laughing at all of us as the drama explodes across social media. The question isn't just who will come out on top, it's how far this storm will go, and who will get burned in the process. Will the documentary drop and rewrite everything we thought we knew? Will diss tracks hit harder than any punch Claressa has thrown in the ring? Or will the internet just keep eating up every post, tweet, and story like popcorn at a thriller movie? Here's where you come in. We want to hear your takes, theories, and bold predictions. Who do you think has the upper hand? Are you Team Papoose, Team 50 Cent, or secretly cheering for Claressa Shields to steal the show? Comment below, smash that like button if this saga has you hooked, and subscribe to stay on top of every wild, scandalous twist as it unfolds. Because in this war of rap, boxing, and viral chaos, the story is far from over, and trust me, you do not want to miss a single second.